All right, Omega Radio listeners, right about now, it is 8:46 a.m., and we're getting ready to hear from a sponsor here today. We have none other than Earon Lee and Tanya Palmer in the studio as we're getting ready for Let's Talk About Real Estate. So we ask that you go ahead and stay tuned in and stay locked in and don't touch that dial.
Buying, selling, or investing in real estate in Florida? Join Bishop Mark Hardy of Coldwell Banker along with Tanya Palmer Lodge and Earon Lee of Century Point Lending Solution right here on Omega Radio every Monday at 8:45 a.m. for Let's Talk Real Estate as they share with you everything you need to know to be successful in the real estate market. You can't afford to miss it. Welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate with Bishop Mark Hardy of Coldwell Banker along with Tanya Palmer Lodge and Earon Lee of Century Point Lending Solutions.
Good morning, everyone. It's another happy Monday with your Century Point team and Mark Hardy, who not here today, but we carry along, and we have an interesting topic that we want to go over with you. Again, my name is Tanya Palmer with Century Point Lending Solutions. You can always find us at 954-890-4320. So, Earon.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, and good morning to everyone out there. Hope you had a fabulous weekend, and thank you for joining us again on another beautiful Monday morning.
So, there's a topic that I know, many of our listeners have probably been hearing. It's the hometown heroes. And this has been a very hot topic, as far as funding and being able to give funds to first-time home buyers. So I thought that it would be something good for us to kind of just dive in today and just give our listeners an idea of what the hometown heroes is. How did it come about? What is the purpose? Who does it benefit? You see all my questions?
Well, Ms. Tanya, you are absolutely right. When considering purchasing a home, one of the most difficult things for our first-time buyers is to save for that initial down payment and closing cost.
True, yes.
And the state of Florida, this actually started last year, where they came out with this program called Hometown Heroes, which the program was designed initially to help, your typical frontline workers, your police officers, your medical professionals, your teachers, and the list went on to about 50 different occupations, right? And these funds, in the amount of up to $25,000, were available to just a select few of occupations.
So $25,000 we were
It was up to $25,000, yes.
Okay.
All right. And the only thing you needed to do was to have a 640 credit score.
Doable.
Your job needed to be one of the 50 approved occupations on the list. Okay. And you had to be what they consider to be a true first-time buyer. Never have owned a home before or have not owned a home in the last 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, that program is back again this year. Effective July 1st, the program has received new funding, and it's gotten a little bit better for Floridians. The occupational requirement where you had to be one of the 50 approved occupations is no longer there. Anyone who is a Florida resident or who is relocating to Florida and planning to make Florida your primary home, you are eligible for this program as well. Another beautiful thing, Miss Tanya, the amount went from $25,000 up to $35,000. Yes, guys, you heard that correct. You can receive up to $35,000 to help fund purchasing your first home. There are some requirements that you do have to meet, so we would love to talk to you about them and see how we can get you qualified and get you eligible to get out there and start shopping.
And, just to elaborate a little bit, this program is not like your typical city or county funds. There is no separate approval process. You're just, once you submit your loan documents to us, we are submitting it to the lenders, and that's it. And we go through the process of getting you pre-approved. Once you meet all the requirements, which the main one is really that credit score. It's a credit score 640 that they do require. And also, I think the new requirement is also that you have to be working 35 hours per week. That is the other requirement. So 35 hours per week and the 640 credit score.
Yes, absolutely. So again, this is for first-time buyers as well. if you are self-employed, I know Miss Tanya touched on the working hours. So for those of us who are W-2 employees, you have to be working an average of 35 hours per week or better to be eligible. But what about our self-employed?
Yeah, well,
So our self-employeds have not been excluded this time around either. The state has decided to amend that and make that a change as well. And as long as you are self-employed, your business is recorded on sunbiz.org, which is the state registry for all the businesses here in the state. As long as you're registered there and you can document 2 years of employment history in that same line of work as a self-employed professional, you're also eligible as well. So guys, please, 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 I do want to put this out there. The program has been funded an additional $100 million that is going into effect July 1st. Okay. If you want to have an opportunity to take advantage of this fund, you need to get on the phones, pick up those phones, give us a call today. The lenders are already accepting applications for this, and we can get you into processing and get you working for these funds and earmark funds for you starting July 1st. So, guys, please do not hesitate. Phone numbers again is 954-890-4320. Again, 954-890-4320.
yes, guys. I mean, it is vital that you are getting in line. And again, I like the fact that it's opened up now to everyone, but it's also a little concerning that it's open to everyone. So then, if you're looking for these funds, if you're on the sideline because, you just cannot come up with the funds to purchase a home, this is your opportunity. So you don't want to wait because I'm sure everyone is going after these funds now that it's open up to everyone. Remember, first, it was to the frontline workers. Now everyone can get it. So
and you hit the nail on the head, Miss T. You hit the nail on the head, Miss Tanya. Now that it's open to all of Florida, we are going to see a lot of traction. You're going to see a lot of people having interest in this program. And just to point this out, the program did very well in its first year. It actually had funds right up until the middle of June 2023 and initially kicked off last year, July. So we don't want you to end up in a situation where you're down the road December, January and say, you know what, I'm going to try it after this program and the program is out of funds. So if you're interested, again, guys, please, please, please do not delay. Get on the phones today, 954-890-4320.
Yes, and I know we keep stressing it, but it's for a reason. So, the funds are there. Get on them now. Get your applications going. And even though officially it does not start until July 1st, we are taking applications. We are, we've actually submitted one last week, and we just can't do anything to lock the loan right now, to lock in that rate. But you do have the opportunity to get your application in so that you don't want the funds to run out on you. Now, we're going to touch on some income requirements, because there are requirements, and we always try to be transparent. Earon, you want to touch on those for them? Yeah,
so one of the other great things about this particular program is the income limitations are very realistic. Especially here down in South Florida, some of your city programs, for a single family household, the most that household can make is a little bit over $40,000 to qualify for some of your city and county programs. And if you're living here in South Florida and making that kind of money per year, it's going to be a little bit tough to, one, save, to two, come up with enough money for a down payment, and then to three, qualify for a mortgage. Hometown Heroes took that into consideration and said, you know what, Florida is a fairly expensive state to live.
It is.
So we're going to give you guys some realistic income limitations. So just we handpicked a few counties, guys. This is not the entire list for the entire state. We just handpicked a few counties that's in our surrounding areas. So Broward County, you can earn up to $144,000 per year and still qualify for this program. Miami-Dade, $154,800. Palm Beaches, $146,100. St. Lucie County, $128,250, and Orange County, which is up in the Orlando area, about $131,700 per year. So these limits are very, very realistic to the people that live and work here in South Florida versus some of the more nationally geared programs who are taking,
or even the county, like the city programs.
And those, as those come from HUD, and HUD takes into account the income averages across the entire nation, which may not necessarily reflect us here, especially in the South Florida region, where cost of living might be a little bit more expensive than it is just to say in Middle Tennessee or Middle America.
So guys, what is the idea here? Give us a call. Our number here, 954-890-4320. Do not let these funds run out on you. And again, with these income limits being as high, I'm sure if you ever try to get like a down payment assistance with your city, I know many of the cities around us, their limits are in the 60,000. That's the max. Like if you make more than that, and they do it by household, some of them. So if you make more than that in your household, you do not qualify for their programs. The Hometown Heroes have increased their income limit, which allows buyers a more realistic view of what your income will look like and to get into these homes. So again, number here, 954-890-4320. If you're not calling, then you're not putting yourselves as priority.
And guys, let's think about this. The only requirement that you really have to be today is to be a true first-time home buyer. If you're needing assistance with the credit, we can help you. We can take a look at the credit reports, see what's holding you back, see what you need to work on to get you ready, okay? So that you don't lose out on this particular opportunity. I can't stress it enough. I mean, now that it's going to be open to everyone and everybody, I expect these funds to be depleted pretty quick. So if you guys are interested in becoming homeowners, why sit on the sidelines and pass up $35,000? I mean, this is a great way. It's a great incentive to help you to buy your home, to get into these homes. And the great thing about this, there's no payment on this $35,000. There is some triggers that have you to repay it if you do certain things throughout the process later on. But all those things we can talk about when we get you into the office or get you on a phone call to just discuss your options and how do you move forward to becoming a homeowner this year.
And again, think about it, guys. This is the government giving you money. They're helping you to get into home. They're wanting people to get into home ownership, especially the first-time home buyers, the ones that just have struggled. They just could not find the funds, or there was an income limit on their, something. The credit scores were maybe too high of a requirement. You probably can't get into a condo. This is now the opportunity where you have that opportunity. You hear that? You have the opportunity to get into your home. What other reason, guys? So pick up the phones, give us a call, 954-890-2320, and we will definitely, get you guys going with your loan applications before July 1st.
Yeah, guys, I can't stress that too much. You want to get in line. You want to get funds earmarked and reserved for you because, like I said, I feel like the competition to get these funds is going to be very, 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 very tight. So we want to get you in. We want to get your application started, get funds reserved for you on your behalf so that you can take those steps towards becoming, a homeowner here in Florida in the next few months.
I love it. I love this program. When it first came out, I was very hesitant about it, but they have made so many changes to it that are, beneficial to people. It's now beneficial to true first-time home buyers and people that are really needing to get into homes. So again, 954-890-4320, or you could definitely follow us, go to our website at www.centurypointlending.com. Follow us on our social media at Century Point Lending Solutions. And the solutions, we are here for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you guys once again for having us on this morning. Please, please, please do not sit by. Pick up those phones today. Reach out to us. Find out how you can secure your piece of the pie and attain that American dream. 954-890-4320.
That was Let's Talk Real Estate. Join us again next Monday at 8:45 a.m. for another informative program in the series Let's Talk Real Estate. Buying, selling, or investing in real estate in Florida? Join Bishop Mark Hardy of Coldwell Banker along with Tanya Palmer Lodge and Earon Lee of Century Point Lending Solution right here on Omega Radio every Monday at 8:45 a.m. for Let's Talk Real Estate, as they share with you everything you need to know to be successful in the real estate market. You can't afford to miss it.
All right, Omega listeners, you were just tuned into Let's Talk Real Estate right here today. We do hope that you enjoyed today's program and that you'll tune in next week, Monday, at the same time of 8:45 a.m. until 9 a.m. right here on Omega Radio. Stay locked in, stay tuned in. We do have more lined up for you today on this great and awesome Monday. So once again, you were just tuned into Let's Talk Real Estate.